Hey, what's up guys? It's me again, back with another Iron Man action figure review, and today going to be having a look at the Iron Man Mark 21 from Iron Man 3 by Comicave Studios. Comicave is out of the game now. I guess they're just selling off the last of their stock. I don't know if this ever had an official release or not. I think they just made them, and so they said, hell with it, and we're going to sell them. Comicave does make excellent Iron Man figures though. The packaging is really nice. You can see the image of the figure on the front. It's actually raised. Side of the box just says Iron Man Mark 21 and Omni Class 1/12 scale. The other side is exactly the same. The back says Iron Man 3, Iron Man Mark 21, 75% die-cast metal, LED lights, articulated, playable, mobile, Comicave Studios. I'm not reading all that. Crack on the top, crack on the bottom. And this does have a flap that opens up to reveal the figure and its accessories. Also another cool image of the figure in there, along with a little quick start guide in the center. Accessories on the left, figure on the right. Very nice presentation by Comicave. It's really a shame that they're not going to do this no more. But let me take a second now, get everything out of the packaging so we can have a closer look at it all. Okay, the Midas armor is out of the packaging, looking really cool. And to the top of his head, he stands about 6 1/4 inches tall. And I do believe this is just a repaint of the Mark 7 that Comicave did. So you're actually going to get the same accessories with this one. All those swappable parts, like these that go on the thighs. You get these that go up on the shoulders you can swap out. My personal favorite ones, these that go on the forearms. You get several different sets of hands. You got these open palm hands. You get these blasting hands with the peg holes in them. And you get these blasting hands without the peg holes. You do have a painted repulsor in there. And you get some blast effects. Comicave does my favorite type blast effects. I just really love the way these are sculpted. And you get 2 of the small ones and 2 of the larger ones. And that is all for his accessories. Now we'll compare him to a few other Iron Man figures. Okay, here he is with the other Comicave figures I have. On the left we have the Igor figure, still one of my favorite Iron Man figures. And the first one on the right we have the blue steel armor. And all the way down on the right we have the I don't know, I forgot figure. Sorry, but it is Comicave, I do remember that part. But I mean, just check all them out and you see why I say I hate that Comicave is no longer in the game. These are just immaculate action figures. Okay, now here it is compared to a couple other Iron Man suits. On the left we have the Revoltech Mark 1 Iron Man. Again, still one of my favorite Iron Man figures. And on the right we have the Marvel Legends Punisher War Machine figure. And last but not least, here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Mark 85 figure with the Noda Studios custom gauntlet and Tony Stark head sculpt on it. Okay, that's all for the comparisons and accessories. Now we'll have a closer look at the detail in this figure. Really love these golds they used. And this is one version of the Iron Man armors I actually did not have yet, the Midas armor. So really happy to finally have a Midas armor for the collection. I mean, this really does look like it's made of a bar of gold or something. And he does have light up features in his eyes and the chest. And to get to that, you have to raise these flaps, which that in itself just looks really cool. Then you can peel this piece off of the back here, and there is a switch in there. Turn that on, put that back, and there you go. Hang on, I'll turn my lights off. So there it is, lit up. Man, that's really bright actually. That may be one of the brightest light up features I've seen on these. And this one did come with batteries already with it installed and all. All you gotta do is hit that switch. And while I have these flaps up, there's the detail inside of them. Really nicely done. Then you can just fold them back down. You almost wouldn't even know they moved. I love how they did a really heavy black in all of the line work. Just makes everything really pop. Really separates the different golds. All the detail really pops from it. Man, just a really good looking figure. And on articulation on this Midas armor, he doesn't look up great. You really want your Iron Man figures to look up really good for those flight poses, and he just doesn't quite pull it off. But to be fair, he doesn't really look down really great either. Can get some head pivot. And I will warn you too, there are lots of pieces on here that come off, and they will fall off on you when you're articulating the figure. Like these shoulder pads, the tops of the shoulders here. There's just a lot of stuff that will pop off on you. See what I mean? Shoulders you can get up that high, can go all the way around, but when you get back there, his shoulder pad's in his armpit. These arms do kind of drop down and up some on that hinge. You get upper bicep swivel, and it is a really high bicep swivel. Good double bend at that elbow. The hands are just straight on a peg with a hinge. It's not real tight either. I'm also having a problem with my hand falling off. The midsection, you can get a little bit of crunch forward, a little bit of crunch back. You can swivel it there as well. The legs will drop down for some more motion, kind of wacky looking before you move it, but it does allow you to kick forward more, kick back more. Then you can get some good movement out to the side. You do have upper thigh swivel, good double bend at the knee. Feet will go back that far, forward, not much at all. You do get some pivot there. So articulation is just kind of average. I mean, some spots work really well, others not so much, but I wouldn't call it bad. But now I'm going to swap out some of his parts, get some of that weaponry on him, and we will wrap this review up. Okay, so there it is, all posed up. Got a bunch of those pieces swapped out. And let me tell you, this thing is so frustrating to pose up. I mean, once you get it in a good pose you like, just leave it. Because pieces just pop off everywhere. Just gets kind of annoying. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the figure. If I had to put a number rating on it, I would give it an 8 out of 10. I mean, it really is a solid figure. And it's literally a solid figure because most of it's die cast. Well, that's all I have for this unboxing and review, though. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys on the next review. Have a good one. Bye for now. Ever have a golden shower? Ooh, no. No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. What do you mean? Okay, it was what I meant.